Welcome back to Explaining Everything, the channel where we dive into the stories and mysteries behind everyday things. Today's question comes from one of our curious viewers, GeoNomad33. Thanks for sending it in, Geo. You asked, when did the continents start to drift apart? Great question. And no, it didn't happen because the continents had an awkward group chat and decided to go their separate ways. Turns out, the answer is buried deep beneath our feet. Literally. So grab your metaphorical pickaxe, because we're about to dig into Earth's messy breakup, right here on Explaining Everything. All right, let's rewind. Way back. We're talking hundreds of millions of years ago. Back then, all the continents were smushed together into a giant supercontinent called Pangaea. Imagine the world's biggest jigsaw puzzle, but all the pieces are glued together and nobody's arguing over the missing corner piece. Pangaea wasn't even the first of its kind. Before that, there were other supercontinents with names like Rodinia and Columbia, which sound less like landmasses and more like indie rock bands. But Pangaea's the one we hear about the most because it's the most recent. And by recent, I mean about 300 million years ago. Yep, recent is a very loose term in geology. But here's the kicker. Around 175 million years ago, Pangaea started breaking up. Not because of drama or jealousy, but because of something called plate tectonics. Earth's crust isn't one solid shell. It's more like a cracked eggshell floating on a molten rock. And those pieces, called tectonic plates, are always on the move. Slowly, sneakily, like that one guy who says he's on his way but hasn't left his house yet. So why did Pangaea fall apart? Earth's mantle, the hot, gooey layer under the crust, was stirring things up. Convection currents inside the mantle acted like a giant lava slow cooker pushing the plates around. Eventually, cracks formed and magma started bubbling up through the gaps, creating new ocean floors and pushing continents apart. Think of it like baking a giant loaf of bread. As the bread bakes, cracks form in the crust and steam escapes. Except in Earth's case, the steam is molten lava and the bread takes millions of years to finish baking. Honestly, makes sourdough starters look easy. Over time, the Atlantic Ocean opened up between the Americas and Africa or Europe, and other continents drifted into their current spots. But a fun fact, they're still moving. Yep, your house moves a few centimeters every year. It's like Earth's slow-motion shuffle. So technically, continental drift isn't something that just happened. It's happening right now. You're drifting as we speak. Wild, right? Okay, but how do scientists even know the continents used to be together? Did they find an ancient map with "Insert ocean here" written on it? Not quite. They figured it out by studying fossils, rocks, and puzzle piece coastlines. For example, fossils of the same extinct reptiles were found in both South America and Africa, even though there's an ocean between them today. Unless those reptiles had really impressive swim skills. Spoiler, they didn't. It means those continents were once connected. And have you ever noticed how the east coast of South America and the west coast of Africa look like they could fit together? Like two puzzle pieces that drifted apart during our messy breakup. Scientists literally used that shape as a clue. Plus, when they studied rocks and minerals, they noticed matching mountain ranges across continents. It's like finding matching tattoos on two people and realizing, oh, you two were together at some point. All right, so when exactly did the drifting kick off? Scientists estimate that about 175 million years ago, Pangaea started splitting into Laurasia, the northern half, and Gondwana, the southern half. Those two then kept breaking apart into the continents we know today. By 66 million years ago, around the time dinosaurs were having a really bad day, aka the asteroid, the continents were already pretty far apart. But it wasn't until around 35 million years ago that Antarctica officially iced over and took on its chilly personality. And here's the fun part. The continents are still moving about 1 to 10 centimeters per year. That might sound slow, but give it another 250 million years, and scientists predict we'll have a new supercontinent again. Some call it Pangaea Proxima, which sounds like a Star Trek episode, but it's real. Mark your calendars for the year 250 million. It's gonna be lit. Okay, you might be thinking, cool story, but why should I care that continents are moving? Well, continental drift isn't just an old geologic fun fact. It explains earthquakes, volcanoes, and mountain formation. Every time plates collide, pull apart, or slide past each other, they reshape the planet. That's why we have the Himalayas, India slammed into Asia, the Ring of Fire, lots of plate edges around the Pacific, and occasional headlines like "Earthquake Rattles San Francisco." Without plate tectonics, Earth would probably be a boring, flat planet with no mountains, no volcanoes, and no exciting rock collections. And honestly, we need mountains. Where else would hikers post Instagram selfies? So the next time you look at a map, remember, those continents aren't stuck in place. They're slowly but surely drifting like lazy tectonic bumper cars. It's one giant, slow-motion dance, Earth style. And who knows, in millions of years, Florida might end up crashing into Africa. Better start practicing your hello in different languages. If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe. Also, if you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for tuning in, and join us next time here in the channel that answers all the why, what, who, where, and how questions you've always wondered about, here on Explaining Everything.